Missouri State University West Plains Grizzly basketball on Hot Country KDY is brought to you in part by Ozark Healthcare, also Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, and by Missouri State University West Plains. And now, Grizzly basketball on the home of the Grizzlies, 102.5 Hot Country KDY.
Hello and good evening. We welcome you to the West Plains Civic Center for Grizzly basketball. Tonight, we haven't said that in a little while. Tonight, the Grizzlies in Region 16 play go up against the Moberly Greyhounds. And both these teams coming off Region 16 wins against Three Rivers. And tonight, both will be trying to add to their win totals for the year. The Grizzlies are 6-2, and the Moberly Greyhounds are 5-3. First matchup of at least 3 this season between these teams. And with the condensed schedule and the adjusted schedule, we'll see the Moberly here twice this season. We'll see them toward the end of the campaign here in another region game. But this really should be a great ball game. And if you're on your way to the Civic Center tonight, you made a very wise choice. You're going to see 2 of the better teams in not just Region 16, but in the NJCAA. When it comes to putting points up on the board, both these teams can do it. The Grizzlies are averaging 100 a game. The Moberly Greyhounds are averaging 95. And as always, they have a team that has very good length. They have good guards, and they'll be a handful tonight for the Grizzlies. But if the Grizzlies play like they did at Poplar Bluff, going back to a week ago Saturday, then they should be okay, because that performance by the Grizzlies is one of the better ones that a Grizzly team has turned in quite a while, as they beat the Raiders there 100-98. Moberly beat Three Rivers at Moberly the other night by 10 points. And so both teams with wins over Three Rivers, but the Grizzlies win on the road. That was really impressive. We've got a busy week of basketball on KDY. We have games every night of the week. We've got tomorrow night, the Zizzer boys will play at home against Waynesville. We'll have that here on KDY with a live stream. And the live stream tonight, of course. You can see the game on OzarkRadioNews.com through YouTube. And Jim Lambert takes care of the video duties as always, and Nate Hudson is in the studio engineering our broadcast. Starting lineups for both basketball teams. First of all, let's check the lineup for the Moberly Greyhounds. Well, actually, what we'll do is we'll take a short pause, and then we'll come back and we'll do the starters. Moberly and MSU West Plains, we're about ready to roll. We'll take a break and come back with the starters and the tip from the Civic Center in just a moment on Hot Country KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
Does your diesel engine need a winter rescue? Dr. Greg here to help you with your over-the-road truck, pickup truck, and tractor diesel fuel winter emergency help. We have in stock Howes, Lucas, and Power Service products at the area's lowest prices. So when your diesel fuel gels up, call Hirsch Feed Parts Department Emergency Room for our 911 Power Service diesel treatment to get you de-iced and back on the road.
I've spent 20 years in the same job and decided it was time for a change. I wanted to return to school to build upon what I'd started right out of high school.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
Missouri State West Plains offers me the flexibility I need at 40 years old to work, be with my family, and complete my degree program close to home.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management is here to help patients who have chronic pain. Dr. Ross Andreasen, Dr. Ryan Roberts, and Carol Macy are expert pain specialists. They will review test results to determine the best treatment of any chronic pain issues. Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management Clinic, located in West Plains at 3000 Independence Square. Call 417-256-1761. Find out more at ozarkshealthcare.com. Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management, where they are focused on your health.
How far would you have to travel to stay at the best hotel in the world? When it comes to Holiday Inn Express and Suites locations, the answer is West Plains. This past year, West Plains Holiday Inn Express and Suites received the top rating in customer satisfaction in the world. A top-flight staff provides the best customer service possible. The hotel facilities are second to none. Enjoy a wonderful breakfast, go for a swim, work out in the gym. They offer meeting rooms too. For reservations, call 257-3000. Stay at the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains. They're there, so you can be too.
I chose Missouri State University West Plains because I was able to get a quality education by having more one-on-one time with my professors.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
I experienced so many amazing opportunities for travel, involvement, leadership, and growth. I couldn't have made a better decision for my first 2 years of college.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
Grizzly basketball continues now on Hot Country KDY.
All right, let's get to the starters for this basketball game tonight between the Grizzlies and the Moberly Greyhounds. We'll start with the visitors. Moberly, 5-3 on the year, coached by Hall of Fame coach Pat Smith. And their starting five will line up like this. Desi Jones is a guard, a sophomore from Hannibal, Missouri, 5'10 sophomore, and he is tied for the team lead in scoring with 18 points a game. Cortez Mosley is a 6'5 sophomore from Peoria, Illinois. Tyree Moore, a 5'11 freshman from Louisville, Kentucky. Sincere Parker, a 6'4 freshman from Rockford, Illinois. And another freshman in the starting lineup, number 22, is Makalani Tefeli. He is a 6'5 freshman from Long Beach, California. Starting five now for the Grizzlies. They're 6-2 under Jared Fay, and their starting lineup will look like this. Jesse Zarzuela, a 6'2 point guard from Houston, Texas. Scooter Williams, that is. Scooter Williams is a 6'5 freshman from Clarksville, Tennessee. Nico Hill, a 6'6 sophomore from New Zealand. Trey Breland, a 6'4 sophomore from Hamden, Connecticut. And the fifth starter will be Ian Lopez, a 6'4 sophomore from Orlando, Florida. The officials for the basketball game tonight: Chris Mealer, Wesley Harper, and Chance Wallison. Chris Mealer is the head referee for this bunch. And the opening tip, it will be Scooter Williams at 6'5", going up against Makalani Tefeli at 6'5". And we're about ready to go. Grizzlies in the white and the Moberly Greyhounds in the red. Grizzlies line up in an offensive tip set. Grizzlies in the white will go from right to left in the first half. And this game is underway. Tip one for the Grizzlies, and this game is off and running. Moberly was in the top 25. They got votes, but they're not in the top 25 right now. There's an offensive foul right off the bat, and an illegal screen called on Trey Breland. On a high screen, he's called for the foul. And so the ball goes right back over to Moberly. Greyhounds with the basketball. Sincere Parker, he scored 18 a ball game, and he lay out good from way out on the side near the Grizzly bench. Parker had 18 the other night at Poplar Bluff. Full court pressure now for the Greyhounds. Up the right side. Lopez back outside to the point. 3-0 score just off the opening tip. Zarzuela tripped up out front, and that'll be a foul on Tyree Moore as Jesse went to his right, caught a thigh and went down, and that'll be foul number one on the game for the Moberly Greyhounds. Ball will be thrown in on the side for the Grizzlies, right in front of head coach Pat Smith of the Greyhounds. Here's the inbound play. Jesse Zarzuela out front. Gets a high screen, dribbles to his right. Kicks it out to Breland. Inside, great pass. Lopez shot no good. May have been partially blocked. Up the left side of the floor. Here come the Greyhounds with Parker. He'll dribble, kick it to the far right side. Another three is good. Desi Jones. Their top two scorers get the first two buckets. 6-0 score. Trey Breland with it. Over the timeline on the right side. Crossover dribble. Takes it all the way in. Goes up. Blocked away. Saved in the corner, though, by Scooter Williams. Scooter dribbles over. Kicks it outside. Lopez with a three from the left side. That's off the mark. And rebounded by Moberly. And the Greyhounds with a chance to put the Grizzlies in a little hole here. Left side, Parker, another three, and that's good. Timeout called by the Grizzlies, and the Greyhounds come out smoking out of the gate. 3 out of 3 from the field, all 3 from behind the three-point line. And with 18:26, a 9-0 score, the Grizzlies take a timeout, and we'll take a timeout. 30-second break. You're listening to Grizzly Basketball on KDY.
I chose Missouri State University West Plains because I was able to get a quality education by having more one-on-one time with my professors.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
I experienced so many amazing opportunities for travel, involvement, leadership, and growth. I couldn't have made a better decision for my first 2 years of college.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
And now more Grizzly basketball action on Hot Country KDY.
Here's the inbound play in the backcourt. Grizzlies will try and break the press with a dribble, and they do. Breland up the floor, spins to the middle, goes up, missed it, traveled with the basketball. Turnover number 2 on the Grizzlies. Grizzlies haven't played in 9 days. Moberly played Saturday night. And they have come out hot, hitting their first 3 shots. At the left point, Grizzlies back in the 2-3 zone. Sincere Parker slapped out of bounds from him, out of bounds, and it'll stay with Moberly. A minute 51 into the basketball game. Moberly has hit their first 3. Here's a shot blocked, and the Grizzlies will save it from going out of bounds, and they come back after the block shot from Desi Jones. Now in the front court, Zarzuela will get around his guy, steps through, pull-up shot, front iron, won't fall. Slap, picked back up, left-hand shot by Zarzuela is good, and the Grizzlies break the drought, and they get on the board to make it 9-2. At the right point, to the high post. Here's a pull-up from 13. Back iron, it won't fall. Rebounded by Scooter Williams, who had 18 and 10 at Poplar Bluff. And a blocking foul on the side by Tyrene Moore as he cut him off. And that'll be his second personal foul. Coach Pat Smith from Moberly is wearing a funky clear face mask over there. It reminds me of something. I just can't quite put a finger on what it is. Silence of the Lambs, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, if it were clear, it probably would be exactly what it was. Basketball back to the Grizzlies with 17 and a half to go in the half, and a tipped out of bounds on the near sideline. A deflected ball, and they're going to give that to Moberly. As Marcus Grant is in the ball game, and he forced that. Grant, a 6'1 freshman from Columbia. 9-2 game. Right point, right corner. Sincere Parker, ball knocked away and stolen. And now tipped out of bounds will be Grizzly basketball. They force the turnover. And Scooter Williams, who always gives it 110, forced that, and the Greyhounds have the first turnover of the ball game. Chance Wallison, the official, blows the whistle and stops play. Talks to official Chris Mealer. And usually that has to do with the shot clock, and that's what it was. They adjust the shot clock to 20 seconds. Nico Hill takes the inbound pass, and a bad pass is thrown away as he bounced it too hard to the feet of Trey Breland. The Grizzlies have turned it over 3 times. Left corner, Parker gets around his guy, goes up, lays it up. He missed it, ball slapped off the rim, picked up by Ian Lopez for the Grizzlies. Zarzuela out front, averaging 25 a game, and a whistle, and a foul will be called. Des Jones, his first foul. 3 fouls against the Greyhounds, 1 on the Grizzlies. Just trying to kind of get the motor started here if you're the Grizzlies. Zarzuela out front, drives left baseline. Pulls up, cross-court skip pass. Scooter Williams has it. He'll pull it back with 13 on the shot clock. Scooter, pull up, right point, 3-ball, good! Scooter Williams from downtown. That'll tighten it up. 9-5 game. Quickly back the other way. Grant to the point to Jones. Now Parker to Jones at the right point. Parker left side from about 30 feet, good. Sincere Parker has made 3 threes, all of them from extra long range, 12-5 score. Here's Scooter in the front court. Beats his man on the dribble, dribbles across, gets it back to Zarzuela at the point. Goes right, pulls back, steps back, 3-ball in the air, good. Jesse Zarzuela hits from downtown. Here we go, 12-8 now. This figures to be a fun game to watch. Parker from 35 feet, good. That was near the hash mark in front of the Grizzly bench. 15-8, left corner. Nico Hill's open with a 3. Good! If you like fast-paced, exciting basketball, you ought to be here. There's no reason not to. Here's an alley-oop inside. Pass, catch, layup, good by Mekalani Cafelli. And that's his first basket. And it's 17-11. Trey Breland to the right sideline. Zarzuela. Jesse penetrates, kicks it out, whistle, charge. Good job down low that time from Moberly by Cortez Mosley, who saw Jesse coming and got set and drew the charge. 17-11 game. The Moberly Greyhounds has storied a junior college program as anyone in the country. 4 national championships in their history. They lead the nation in wins at the national tournament with 66. That's amazing. Jones on the wing, dumps down, pass, pump fake, up, block, foul on the play. And that'll send Moberly to the free throw line to shoot 2. This is one of the youngest teams that I've seen Moberly put on the court in a while. Relying very heavily on freshmen, a few sophomores that are very talented. Des Jones, one of them, their sophomore guard from Hannibal. At the line will be Cortez Mosley. 6'5", Peoria, Illinois. Free throw is good for the sophomore. And Ed Hussein will come in the lineup for the Grizzlies. For Trey Breland. Here's the next try, good. Moberly can score with about anybody, though. They don't mind playing fast, and they're good at it. Jamarius Sneed in the game. Right corner, Hussein with a 3, no good. Weak side rebound is tipped in the air. Chased to the side, picked up by Sincere Parker. Up the middle of the floor on the left. Set shot for a long 3. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Scooter Williams. And the Grizzlies always looking up the floor. Coming back right to left, right side. Martavian Jones in the game for the Grizzlies. From Kansas City, the sophomore transfer all the way in. The left-hand layup is, no good. And the ball comes off into the hands of Moberly's Milani Cafelli. Down the lane, Jones with a running floater, no good. Tipped high in the air, controlled by Sneed, and the foul will go on Jones. That's a pretty big foul right there. That's 2 early ones on Des Jones. He's their floor leader, and so he'll have to go out of the ball game here after only 6 minutes. They'll put Tyree Moore back in the ball game, and at the same time, they'll substitute Jaylene Sincor in the lineup. He is 6'6" sophomore from Bartlett, Tennessee. 19-11 is your score. 6 minutes played at the Civic Center tonight. Scooter Williams. Zarzuela front court to Martavian Jones, who really has been playing well. Cross-court right corner, right wing. Scooter Williams with it. 12 on the shot clock. Scooter goes to his left, top of the circle. Wraparound pass thrown away. Had two guys that could have been two, Jamarius Sneed and Ed Hussein, but it went between them both and out of bounds. An 8-point lead in this game isn't that much, especially when you're looking at 33 minutes to go. Left side from way out, no good. Rebound by Scooter Williams. Off the miss by Grant. In the front court up the right side. Scooter gives it back, Zarzuela. Kicks it on the right side. Long three is off the back iron and won't go. The rebound is pulled down by the Greyhounds, Jaylene Sincourt. In the front court on the wing. Here's the set and a pop for another three. That's an air ball. And a whistle away from the basketball, and a foul's going to be called on the shot, after the shot evidently, on Ed Hussein, who closed out on the shooter and got him after the shot was released. Grizzly ball, or it'll be Moberly ball underneath their own basket. Right corner, pass outside, now quick stolen. Martavian Jones, here's the 2-on-1 break the other way. Ditch it across. Two-handed dunk for Scooter Williams. Time out with 12:51 to go in the first half. And the Grizzlies trail by 6 against Moberly, 19-13. Back in 30 seconds on KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
This is Mark at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply. Right now we have the Yard Max 25-ton full beam log splitters. This is a heavy-duty, high-powered log splitter built tough and ready to handle all your wood cutting jobs. Get yours now at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply for only $9.99. Stop in or go online to HirschEquipment.com.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we're more than a farm store.
It's back to the court for more Grizzly basketball on KDY.
Kind of a slow start for the Grizzlies, but they picked up a little steam here. They're just down by 6, 19-13, underway with 12:50 to go in the first half. Moberly with the possession here. Tully Thompson comes in the game for the Greyhounds. He pops from the right corner for a three, and it's good. That's already 6 threes by Moberly. That's the Grizzlies' modus operandi. But here's a step back from Martavian for a three. No good. And Thompson gets the rebound for Moberly. Nico Hill and Jesse Zarzuela check back in again. Thompson with another three. This one no good. Jamarius Sneed with it. Why do we even have a shot clock? That's just wasting electricity. Martavian Jones up high, dribbles left elbow all the way down, inside, outside pass. Ian Lopez with a good save on the play. Pass inside to Scooter. Scooter, drop step, fadeaway, right hand jumper, good. Scooter from 16 feet. He has 7, and it's 22-15. Thompson in the front court. On the left side, Moore on the left wing. Now back to the right point, right corner. There's another open three, and it's good. Tully Thompson, 2 out of 3, and all the way in on a drive. It's no good, but a foul on the play as the Grizzlies beat Moberly down the floor. And, boy, that'll send Pat Smith into a full-fledged rage over there. He's not about that at all. The personal foul was on Cortez Mosley, his first. Martavian Jones at the line for the Grizzlies. First try, back iron, won't go. Martavian played for Cowley County last year, and they're doing very well. I saw in the new rankings came out, that, well, the most recent rankings. Here's the next try, good. 1 for 2 from Martavian Jones. Front court on the left sideline. Aaron Burt the game. Here's a drive up and around and good. the Greyhounds with 27 points in the first 11 and a half minutes. Zarzuela pulls up, shoots a three at the left point. That's off the mark. And the rebound comes off to Quincy Trammell. Now shot from the point the other end. No good. Tipped long into the corner. That's going to be out of bounds off Moberly. The pace of this game right now, 27-16. This is the kind of pace that the Grizzlies would want to play. But they're playing a team that's playing it a little better right now because they are just nailing it from the three-point line. 27-16. Grizzlies have the ball. They're down 11. 10:50 to go in the first half. Front court, bounce pass up ahead. Here's a drive in, a high shot off the board. It's up and in. Isaiah Wilson just in the ball game for the Grizzlies. Isaiah Wilson, 6'1" freshman from Phoenix, Arizona. Down the lane. Wraparound bounce pass, knocked away. Picked back up, back to the right baseline. Up and under shot, no good. Rebounded by Zarzuela. Off the miss by Trammell. Down the front court, Jesse on the drive. Kicks it far side. Isaiah up inside, lays it up and in. Timeout called again by the Moberly Greyhounds. Isaiah Wilson off the bench with a couple of quick buckets. Cuts it down to a 7-point game, 27-20. Another 30-second break. You're listening to Grizzly basketball on KDY.
Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management is here to help patients who have chronic pain. Dr. Ross Andreasen, Dr. Ryan Roberts, and Carol Macy are expert pain specialists. They will review test results to determine the best treatment of any chronic pain issues. Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management Clinic, located in West Plains at 3000 Independence Square. Call 417-256-1761. Find out more at ozarkshealthcare.com. Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management, where they are focused on your health.
The Grizzlies play here on Hot Country KDY.
Jarrett Bay patrols the sideline. White shirt, dark pants, dark tie. Looks like one of the Reservoir Dogs, doesn't it? He is a good dude, and we are so fortunate to have him as the head coach. Pull-up shot right side, good by Desi Jones. That's a 2, and it's 29-20. Jesse Zarzuela drives to the front court, left corner. Lopez open three is an air ball on the weak side. Des Jones back at the game. His pass across is deflected. Sincere Parker sincerely wants to shoot the ball again. There he is, another three left wing, and that's way short. Rebounded by Ian Lopez. Artavian Jones drives all the way in, right hand, good ball! Out on the play to the basket, count at the 9:34 mark. It'll be a bucket and one. That foul is on Grant for the Greyhounds. Marcus Grant with the personal foul. And immediate timeout. 9:34 to go, first half. Grizzlies down by 7, 29-22. Back in 30 seconds on Hot Country KDY.
How far would you have to travel to stay at the best hotel in the world? When it comes to Holiday Inn Express and Suites locations, the answer is West Plains. This past year, West Plains Holiday Inn Express and Suites received the top rating in customer satisfaction in the world. A top-flight staff provides the best customer service possible. The hotel facilities are second to none. Enjoy a wonderful breakfast, go for a swim, work out in the gym. They offer meeting rooms too. For reservations, call 257-3000. Stay at the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains. They're there, so you can be too.
College basketball action with the Grizzlies continues now on Hot Country KDY.
9:34 to go in the first half, 29-22. Moberly, I don't know how they could have started this game shooting the ball any better than they have. And with that, they have a 7-point lead. The Grizzlies have shown signs of kicking it in and getting it going themselves. Martavian Jones will go to the line to try and complete a 3-point play. Martavian transferring here from Cowley County and Arkadelphia, Kansas. 6'2" sophomore from KC Mo. Here's his free throw try. Good. Martavian has 4 at 29-23. Down the left side, spinning baseline, wraparound pass, kicks it around the horn. Good ball movement, but good defense by the Grizzlies. They cut off Jones on the baseline into the middle, and here's the drive. Blocked away by Scooter Williams as he elevated that time and got the block. Grizzlies back with Jesse Zarzuela. Hand check foul out front. That's on Grant. That'll be his second. Marcus Grant with his second. Team foul 7, so we shoot the 1-and-1, and this can be the great equalizer right here, as the Grizzlies will get a chance to shoot in the bonus with over 9 minutes to go in the half. Jesse Zarzuela with 5 points today. First try is good. One more try for the sophomore from Houston, Texas. And it's good. Jesse, an 83% free throw shooter. 29-25. If you were discouraged when it was 9-0, this just goes to show you the pace of these games and how many trips you see. Here's the shot good by Cortez Mosley from 15, 16 feet right elbow. And it's 31-25 as Ed Hussein got knocked down. Here's Zarzuela with a three, and it's good. Falling away to his right on the far sideline. Zarzuela knocks it in. He's got 10. Down the lane. Here's a dish off underneath. Ball fake slapped away. Loose ball on the deck. It's going to be touched last by the Grizzlies, and it'll stay with Moberly. Coach Jared Fay, Coach Jason Owens on the far sideline applaud their team's effort there. You know, that was the thing back in Poplar Bluff after that great game against the Raiders. I asked Coach Fay, I said, what's the best thing your team did tonight? He said, we played hard, start to finish. Here's a three, right corner, no good. Put back, no good. And a rebound foul over the back will be called against Makalani Cafelli, and that'll be his first foul. And so we're going to walk to the other end, and we'll have a 1-and-1. 31-28. If you're Moberly, you have to be kind of scratching your head thinking, good grief. You know, we're shooting 80-something% from the three-point line early on, first 10 minutes of the game. Odd as we can be, and yet here we look up, and there's 8 minutes to go in the half, and only up 3 with free throws coming up. Nico Hill for the Grizzlies. First one is good. Nico Hill is a great example of the difference you can see from a freshman to sophomore year with somebody that works at it. Nico's next one, no good. 31-29, Greyhounds by 2. And they come back. Left side to the high post. Skip pass across. Good catch on a high pass. Des Jones at the right side. Top of the circle on the dribble against the zone. Ball fake, bounce pass, low block. Dish now on the baseline. Parker walked with it, goes up and under and lays it up and in. Sincere Parker makes it 33-29. At least I thought he walked with it. Ball knocked away from Zarzuela. That corner, Ed Hussein with a three, and it's good. 33-32. In the lane. Bounce pass underneath, wide open, and a one-handed dunk by Makalani Cafelli as the defense imploded there. 35-32. Zarzuela in the lane. Kicked it left side. There's Ed Hussein again. Good again! And we are tied at 35. $7:03 to go in the half. Parker in the corner. Lob out, way out to the point. Des Jones, right side, right baseline. Bounce pass in, knocked away, stolen away, and a whistle and a foul after the turnover. And Scooter Williams was forced out of bounds by Tyrene Moore, and that'll be his third foul. So the Hounds are piling up some foul problems. One guy with 3, 2 with 2. As Ian Lopez will come out, and now 6:50 to go in the half, and Scooter Williams to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. And if he at least gets the front end, the Grizzlies will have the lead. Scooter Williams. First one good. And the Grizzlies now have the lead at 36-35. Now trying to make it a 2-point lead. 6:50 to go in the first half. And good. (37-35). The Grizzlies with a 2-point lead. At the right point, right side. Here's Jones with a 3 in the lead, and it's good. Desi Jones, his second 3. 38-37. Zarzuela at the right point. Dribbles in, penetrates, finishes off, and Jamarius Sneed finishes. Nice dish play by Jesse Zarzuela. And Jamarius Sneed, with his first basket, it's 39-38 Grizzlies. Left side, left elbow, picked up, now outside to Jones. Steps across, bounce to the low baseline, pump fake, whistle, and we'll have a foul called as Scooter Williams got hung up in the air and came down on the Greyhound before the shot. So no shots on this foul. Ian Lopez in, Scooter Williams out. 39-38. Here's the inbound play. Desi Jones lobs it inbound. Right side, low block. Sneed, good defense. On the low block, stepped out of bounds. Turnover on the Greyhounds as Capelli had a big, strong body. And Jamarius Sneed on him and forced him out of bounds. Grizzlies back up by 1. Zarzuela, right side, gets by the defender, dishes back. Hussein for a 3. Good. And Hussein's made 3 threes. A timeout on the floor. I'm not sure who called the timeout. 5:42 to go. It's a 4-point game, 42-38 Grizzlies. But it's a timeout, at least Chris Mueller says sit down to the Grizzly bench. So is it or is it not a timeout? Evidently, it was not an official timeout, as the officials had to discuss something that happened on that last play. There will be a technical foul call against the Grizzlies. And the first free throw is good by Desi Jones. Well, the board says Ed Hussein. And the next one is also good. So Ed has his second personal foul to go with a technical foul. After making that last 3, he must have been giving the Moberly bench the business over there. So 2 free throws by Jones. He has 10 points. 42-40. Greyhounds with the ball come back to a chance to tie or take the lead. Left point, Jones with a 3, look good. And they do take the lead on the strength of that. Made it 43-42. Zarzuela dribbles between and around and dishes back, should have shot it, and the ball stolen away. Pass up the floor left side. Parker's going to launch a 3. That's short. And a loose basketball picked up by Jamarius Sneed. Zarzuela at the left elbow outside. Ian Lopez has got a 3 look and no good. Rebound far side to the corner. Chased down by Cortez Mosley. Greyhounds come back. Lob left corner. Lob to the low post now. Inside out. No, they'll give it to the cutter. Now the right corner to the point. Good ball movement out to Jones. Now popping out the free throw line. Mosley. Ball fake with 13 on shot clock. Ball throw away. Good defensive trip. Best defensive trip of the game for the Grizzlies there. Third turnover on the Greyhounds. 43-42. And we're on a pace for both teams to hit 100. Here's a foul as Zarzuela on the drive draws a hand check foul. And on Marcus Grant, he picked up his third foul. They brought Grant in the game off the bench to guard Zarzuela and give some fouls in order to guard him a little more physically. Zarzuela gets to the free throw line, though. He's 2 for 2. First try here. It is good. Nico Hill, Scooter Williams, they come in. Martavian Jones in the game. Grizzlies playing 9, probably 10 tonight. Next free throw is good. Jesse Zarzuela 4 for 4 from the line with 12 points. He is 0.2 of a point from leading the nation in scoring, 25 a game. Jones drives the lane, hook pass back, and the ball lost all the way up. Picked back up by Jones, who lays it up and in. (45-44). Moberly with the lead. Zarzuela out front. Tully Thompson back in the ball game for the Greyhounds. Shot from the point, and that was an air ball. That was a forced shot, trying to draw a foul. Lead pass up ahead, out of bounds. That'll be off of, evidently we're going to say off the Grizzlies, but nobody really, I thought it was close to that ball. Ball went flying out of bounds, but it will stay with Moberly. 45-44. Greyhounds with the ball, 1 point lead. 3:51 to go in the first half. Here's the inbound play. Underneath, pass inbounds on the low block. Good defense by Nico Hill. Whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Nico, and I'm not really sure what he did. Chris Mueller makes a odd gesture with two hands, which I don't know if I've ever seen that. Like he was boxing him in. Nico gets the foul. The shooter is Cortez Mosley. He has 4 points tonight. Make it 5 if he makes that. 46-44. Ed Hussein comes in for Ian Lopez. Moberly will sub out Sincere Parker. And we have learned very early on that Sincere Parker is the classic example of a streak shooter. If he makes 1, he may make 5. But once you go cold, it's just not quite there. The shooter is Cortez Mosley, 3 for 3, making 4 for 4 from the line tonight. And he has 6 points. 47-44. Grizzly basketball. Martavian Jones gets it across to Zarzuela. Picked up by Thompson. Drives by him, kicks it to the corner. Scooter with a 3, no good, but he got fouled on the shot. And he'll shoot 3. Scooter Williams will go to the line, and he has 9 points. He'll shoot 3 times. That last foul is the second foul on Kafali. The free throw here is good. It's a 2-point game, 47-45. The slow start for the Grizzlies notwithstanding when they fell behind 9-0. This has been every bit the kind of game I thought it would be. Two teams that really like to play fast, shoot the basketball, and very entertaining. Next free throw is good. Scooter from Clarksville, Tennessee. He just gets better every game. Hat trick, good. Scooter Williams has made 5 in a row from the line. This game is tied at 47 all. Over on the right point. High screen left. Jones dribbles over, pulls up, 17-footer for 2 is good. I don't know if I've seen a game where two teams shot the ball this well from the perimeter in the first half. Long up the floor, breaking the press up ahead. Ian Lopez with a layup, good. And they made Moberly pay for that. You can't. The Grizzlies are really hard to press. That ties the game at 49. Hard to press because they're always looking up the floor. Top of the circle, another two by Jones, no good. Tip long to the corner, and it's going to be out of bounds off Moberly. Grizzly basketball with 2:45 to go in the half. Tied at 49. And we've got the West Plains Scissor Boys team here watching the ball game tonight. They'll be at it at home against Waynesville tomorrow night. You can see the live stream of that. And now another foul is going to be called against Moberly on the drive. The foul is on Sincor, Jalen Sincor, his first. Double bonus. Double bonus time for the Grizzlies. Jesse Zarzuela. First try, good. The Grizzlies average 100 points a game. Moberly averages 95 a game. They had one game this year. They beat someone, scored 144 points. Second try, good. So they can pile them up. 51-49. Grizzlies by 2. Out front, here's Mosley. Crossover, spins to the middle, knocked away, and there will be a foul. A holding foul call on the Grizzlies, probably Ian Lopez. Ian called for his first. It'll be a 1-and-1. Ed Hussein is in for Ian Lopez. And the first attempt for Cortez Mosley is good. This tells you how entertaining this game is. Out of all the Zizzer boys players down here, below us, only 2 of them are on their phone. How about that? Next try, good. Tie game at 51. Zarzuela picked up by Jones, now over the timeline. Jesse kicks it over. Martavian Jones, looks like, wow, Moberly's gone to a zone, it looks like here. Top of the circle, left side, Martavian with a 3, no good. And the rebound on the far side picked up by Des Jones. 2:05 to go. Parker up and under and lays it up and in. Sincere Parker with that. Now has 16 points. Left corner. Ball fake by Scooter Williams. Up and around. Right-hand reverse. Layup is good. What a dynamic move that was by the freshman from Tennessee, Scooter Williams. Left side, Parker. Against the Grizzly zone, they extend against him. Right point. Out high. Mosley bumps the man off, pulls up. 7-footer is good. That could have gone against the Greyhounds there. And a flopping warning is going to be the call against the Grizzlies there. As the defender went down after contact. It wasn't like there was no contact and he fell. There was contact, but didn't get the call. Here's Zarzuela back the other way. Right corner, Ed Hussein with a 3. Good! Well, this is pretty typical for him. 4 threes in the first half. 56-55 Grizzlies. Bad pass, thrown away. They tried to zip it from the point to underneath, and Kafali couldn't get it. For all the trips up and down the court, only 4 turnovers on each side so far. Lob pass up ahead. Martavian Jones for the Grizzlies. Under a minute to go in the half. Martavian, 3, right wing, no good. And the ball goes long. Saved it, and he bounced it off of Kafali in the corner. Good hustle by Martavian Jones to keep the ball alive and keep it with the Grizzlies. Zarzuela throws it in from the corner, cross court. Martavian gets in, hangs, shoots off the board, no good. Tipped over and picked up by Sincere Parker. Got to stop the basketball with him. To the point, Jones back to Parker on the wing. They look to Mosley on the low block, guarded by Martavian Jones. In the lane, pull up, dip down pass to Thomason, lays it up at him from about 7 feet away. Thomason's got 8 points off the bench in very few minutes. 57-56, Moberly. 18 seconds to go in the half. Zarzuela dribbles in, lost the ball, wraparound pass out of bounds, stepped out of bounds, either or, and it'll be a turnover on the Grizzlies. 57-56, Moberly. Ian Lopez will come in for Ed Hussein. Roy Eze comes in the game for Nico Hill. So, 14 seconds to go in the half. 57-56, Moberly with the ball with 9 seconds. Desi Jones at the point. Goes down the lane, kicks it over, knocked away, stolen. 3 seconds to go in the half. Scooter Williams all the way in, puts it off. There he goes! After he hits out the first half, Scooter Williams with a big pick-me-up play, picks up the turnover, and finishes at the other end. Ball goes through the net just as the half expires. So how do you like that half? 58-57. Grizzlies by 1 at the break. And we'll come back in just a while, but halftime is up. Grizzly halftime is up and ready to go. And it's brought to you by Missouri State University, West Plains, new beginnings and endless possibilities. The Grizzly interview is next on KDY.
I've spent 20 years in the same job and decided it was time for a change. I wanted to return to school to build upon what I'd started right out of high school.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
Missouri State West Plains offers me the flexibility I need at 40 years old to work, be with my family, and complete my degree program close to home.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
It's Grizzly halftime on KDY, and our special guest for this go-around is Thora Broyles. She is a preparatory math specialist, her official title, but there are other things that she is involved in, which I'm sure we'll get to here along the way, and it's always a lot of fun to talk to Thora. She's just a delightful person. We're always happy to be able to have her on as one of our halftime guests. Well, Thora, since we talked last, a lot of things have changed. First of all, talk a little bit about, as a preparatory math specialist, obviously you're heavily involved in math, but you do a lot of different things, tutoring among them, right?
Yes, I do a lot of tutoring, and in fact, when we went to 8-week classes in January, it turns out that chemistry has been my main tutoring thrust for the first 4 weeks of the semester. We have tutored over 111 hours of chemistry as of last week.
Wow. That's amazing. That is truly amazing. And like you said before we went on the air, everything, well, not everything, but a lot of things have really changed in the course of a year, and you've had to, like everybody else, had to adapt kind of on the fly. How has all this worked out so far?
Well, it's been a very interesting pathway. In March, when we went remote, all of a sudden we were faced with the idea of teaching students who have struggled in math all of their learning career. How do you get it across to them? You're not face-to-face anymore. They can't ask you a question very well because they're at home and you're at home. And what are you going to do? And so I decided right up front that I would do something I had been wanting to do for a long time, and that was to build teaching math videos for the students in my classes. And since I teach the lower level classes, that was a good place to begin. And so the last half of the semester, I did a teaching video for every single lesson that my students were going to have during the last part of the school year. And they're in a YouTube channel called The Math Mama. And I made my channel open to the public, so anyone who has a child who is struggling in math, who is trying to learn something that is in one of those videos, if you know the name of the channel, you can actually access that channel to use with your children. some of my students have been moms and dads with kids, and so they have used my channel to help their own children to do better mathematically. So that's been kind of a fun sidelight that I did for my classes, but that has also bled over into the tutoring, because now when a student comes in and they've missed class or they didn't understand what happened that day for some reason or another, the first thing I will try with them is to have them watch the video of the content that they needed to have grasped in the class. And so after they watch the video, then they sit down to do their homework and ask questions. And what that does is it has greatly reduced the amount of time spent answering questions because the video helped them a lot. And so that's been one of the cool things that has developed with the pandemic. Another cool thing that has developed, before the pandemic came, we had developed a Zoom tutoring system, but most students didn't use it. They didn't really want to even try it. And so it just kind of sat there and nobody used it. But as soon as the pandemic came, all of a sudden the only way to get help was through the Zoom tutoring system. And so we tutored quite a few hours over Zoom in March, April, and May, and June, and July through the summer months. And then we got to go back face-to-face, but we still now have students who do come in on the Zoom and get help. And so it's really kind of cool what this has done in opening doors of opportunities to students that never had it before. So it's really a fun thing that has developed.
We're speaking with Thora Broyles, preparatory math specialist from Missouri State University, West Plains. I was speaking with Roy Crouch the other day, and we were talking about something about just work in general and talking about how important it is to love what you do. I get the sense that you love what you do. What gets you up out of bed and excited about the day each day when it comes to your job?
I think more than anything, it is watching students succeed. I just don't know how to express the joy it brings to my heart when I see a student's face go from total, absolute confusion to, oh, I got this. I understand it. For the first time in my life, I understand this. And that really is an exciting thing to watch happen. It is also a great joy to watch students who have got D's and F's in everything mathematically in K through 12. And then through the more, I don't know if it's more individualized instruction or just the fact that they can get the tutoring that they needed. They can ask all the questions they need to ask. If one approach doesn't work, you try another approach. And so students who have never succeeded before are now doing so much better, and they're getting grades that they never dreamed they would ever get in a math class. And it is fun to watch those students go from total lack of confidence to now a sense that they can do it if they just will try and work hard. That is, I don't know if you can count the value of that in a student's life. It is beyond all dollar value you can put on it, because it takes a student who was not successful. Now they're successful. Now they know that they can go out in life and they can succeed. Before they didn't believe they could do that. And so we're not only impacting their life mathematically, but we are impacting their entire life. And I have students that come back and see me 5 years after they've been out of school, and they will tell me face-to-face that getting math for the first time in their life was the major step in them being able to move ahead and succeed in life. And I don't know how you would ever put a value on that chance to be able to make a difference in someone's life.
Let me ask you a very general question, but I think it, depending on the person you're asking or speaking with, it might vary. But from your standpoint, is there a specific path that students can take to ensure success when they're taking classes at the college level? Is there a pathway there, a normal pathway for most people to succeed?
I'm not sure that there is one pathway, but I do know that there are a number of pathways you can take to ensure success. And the one that we encourage the most in the math, and I think the writing as well, but in the Math Center particularly, is recognize early the resources that are available to you in order to succeed, and then use those resources. Of course, in the math, you've got your instructor, you've got your class, you've got things like videos that I mentioned earlier that are available. Many were available before I did mine, but I have done mine that match exactly what's covered in our classes. So that's more applicable to where they are. And then you also have, above all, the tutoring center or your instructor. If you don't understand, you are always free to come in and see one of us. And that in and of itself is one of the biggest differences, I think, between a K through 12 system and here at the college. K through 12, you sit in the class, and some of them have a study hall period at the end of the day, but for a lot of students, they don't feel like they can ask questions. But when they come here to the college, we really, really encourage that and tell them every question is a good question. It all is important. So use the resources that we have available to you. And if you will and work hard, I know very, very few students who will not succeed. And usually if that's the case, there is something else going on. I know we've taken students who've been in severe accidents and have had severe brain injuries. And just by the work that we do with them here at school, their brain starts growing again, and they can then go on and succeed. It's amazing when you get to watch that happen. So, yes, I think there may be multiple pathways, but the pathway that we deal with is the one I just lined out.
And before we wrap up here, we got just a little bit of time left, but I do want to point this out. You're not all work and no play. You have lots of interest, but one is, and people should know, if you've been to a Grizzly game, you probably already know this, Thora is a extremely talented flutist. When did you start with music? And that's something that's obviously carried on.
I started playing my flute the summer out of my 6th grade year. My father bought my flute for me. He found a good buy in a music store on his job because he'd check. And he's the one that decided I would play a flute. And I picked up that instrument. I couldn't get a single sound out of it. My brother picked it up. He instantly could make a sound. So my dad hired a flutist who was from college. She was in her junior, senior year, but she did lessons over the summer. And so my dad paid for a summer of flute lessons. And the first thing she did was just take the mouthpiece and roll it back and forth until she got the position where I could make a sound. And that's all I did my first week was play my mouthpiece, which was really kind of strange. But that started my flute playing. And yes, there have been periods of time when I put it down and not played, but it's one of the things that I super enjoy doing. I play every Sunday at church with our pianist and organist, and so it keeps me in the game, and I really enjoy playing the national anthem at the ball games. I'm so sad that we don't get to do that this year.
Well, we'll have opportunities down the road, surely, and I'm completely out of time with you. Thora, I'm so sorry about that, but look forward to talking to you again. And you know, one of the great qualities about Missouri State West Plains is having great quality people at work there, and you're just among the best. We thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it. Look forward to talking to you again.
Okay, thank you.
Thora Broyles, our guest here on Grizzly Halftime, brought to you by Missouri State University West Plains, new beginnings and endless possibilities. Okay.
I've spent 20 years in the same job and decided it was time for a change. I wanted to return to school to build upon what I'd started right out of high school.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
Missouri State West Plains offers me the flexibility I need at 40 years old to work, be with my family, and complete my degree program close to home.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
Grizzly basketball continues now on Hot Country KDY.
At the West Plains Civic Center, and I was speaking to some of the fans that are here tonight, and they're all kind of the same thought process, and with wide eyes saying, wow, this is fun to watch. It is fun to watch. That's why if you're listening to the game and haven't been to one yet this year, you haven't had many chances, when you get the chance, come on out and watch it in person. Tell you the score in the first half, Moberly jumped out to a 9-0 lead. And then the Grizzlies finally broke the ice and played pretty well, and at the half, they lead at 58-57. Scoring in the first half of the game for the Grizzlies, leading scorer is Scooter Williams has 16, Jesse Zarzuela has 14, Ed Hussein has 12. A 4-point first half for Nico Hill, 4 for Martavian Jones, 2 apiece for Ian Lopez and Jamarius Sneed. The Grizzlies made 8 threes in the first half. The Greyhounds were led by Desi Jones with 17. Sincere Parker has 16. 10 points for Cortez Mosley, 4 for Mekalani Capelli, 2 for Aaron Burt, and 7 off the bench for Tully Thompson. The Greyhounds made 9 threes in the first half, so a total of 17 threes made in the first half of this game. Ready to go, second half starters for both teams. Moberly basketball, and a foul out front on Jesse Zarzuela will be his second. A blocking foul, and that's the way the half starts, 8 seconds into it. Inbound play, Sincere Parker gets it inbounds, Desi Jones. On the right side, Parker has the jab step, travel with the basketball. Both teams turned the ball over 5 times in the first half. The last one for Moberly resulted in a bucket to give the Grizzlies a halftime lead. Trey Breland. Back over front court, Jesse Zarzuela. Man-to-man by Moberly. Beats the pressure, kicks it to the far side. Nico Hill's pass deflected out of bounds as he was falling out of bounds, trying to save it, but it was deflected out by Sincere Parker for Moberly. Jones, Mosley, Moore, Parker, and Capelli for the Greyhounds. Zarzuela, Breland, Williams, Lopez, and Hill for the Grizzlies. 8 on the shot clock. Jesse Zarzuela. Up inside on a pick and roll. Here's Breland high off the board, partially blocked, no good. Up the right side, front court now, Desi Jones for Moberly. To the point with Tyrene Moore, who got in some early foul trouble. From the point, here's a 3 by Parker, no good, but it's rebounded, given back to Parker, and a two-handed dunk on the cut to the basket. He has 18, 59-58. Trey Breland over the timeline. Here's Zarzuela. Step back. 17-footer is no good. Rebound long to the right side. Desi Jones for Moberly. Tyrene Moore dribbles in, right elbow, all the way in, right-hand layup, good. Good shot, bad defense that time. Tyrene Moore's first basket. 61-58. Breland up the left side. Cross-court pass, bad pass. And it's stolen back. Alley-oop, Parker can't get the finish, and a foul will be called on Breland, defending the alley-oop. So, kind of like the game started, the Grizzlies start out a little stiff, and Moberly, very aggressive, and Parker will go to the line, and he'll shoot 2 times. The foul, that last foul is on Trey Breland. Trey normally wears number 31. He's wearing number 20 tonight. That's Trey's third foul. And the shooter, Sincere Parker, first try is good. Martavian Jones in the lineup for the Grizzlies. Trey Breland. (62-58). Grizzlies led by 1 at the half. The Greyhounds have scored all 5 points here in the second so far. Next one good again. 20 points now for Sin Parker, as they call him. There's a kick out of bounds as the Greyhounds, with some token backcourt pressure, kicked the ball. Tyree Moore got a foot on it. Grizzly ball inbounds. We could use a basket right here. Here's Zarzuela down the lane all the way. Left-hand shot high off the glass. It won't go. That was kind of a forced shot. Now back the other way. Des Jones took pass across, deflected, stolen away. Scooter Williams will come the other way. 2-on-3. Holds it back. Gets it over Zarzuela. Beats his guy on the dribble. And a 12-foot jump shot good from the middle of the lane. And a timeout is going to be called by the Grizzlies after the made basket. Full timeout with 17:41 to go. Second half, Moberly Greyhounds 63, MSU West Plains Grizzlies 60. And we're back in a minute on KDY.
How far would you have to travel to stay at the best hotel in the world? When it comes to Holiday Inn Express and Suites locations, the answer is West Plains. This past year, West Plains Holiday Inn Express and Suites received the top rating in customer satisfaction in the world. A top-flight staff provides the best customer service possible. The hotel facilities are second to none. Enjoy a wonderful breakfast, go for a swim, work out in the gym. They offer meeting rooms too. For reservations, call 257-3000. Stay at the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains. They're there, so you can be too.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
This is Mark at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply. Right now we have the Yard MACC 25-ton full beam log splitters. This is a heavy-duty, high-powered log splitter built tough and ready to handle all your wood cutting jobs. Get yours now at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply for only $9.99. Stop in or go online to HirschEquipment.com.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we're more than a farm store.
And now more Grizzly basketball action on Hot Country KDY.
Moberly basketball after the timeout. Tyree Moore shoots a three, and it's no good. Rebounded by Scooter Williams for the Grizzlies, coming back left to right in the white. Zarzuela drives, and he'll be hand-checked on the drive to the basket. And that'll stop play. Foul's on Cortez Mosley, his second. You talk about some free throw shooting. These teams have combined here in the ballgame so far tonight, 22 out of 24. The Grizzlies 14 out of 16. Greyhounds are 10 for 10. Right point, Nico Hill with a three, no good. Rebound goes long to the corner and out of bounds. And he'll go back over to Moberly. Coach Jared Fay instructs his team at the defensive end now. 63-60. And the way these teams are scoring, each defensive stop you get is a really big deal. In the right corner, Jones steps over. He'll shoot a three. That's good. Desi Jones has 20. And he's made 4 threes tonight. 66-60. Scooter Williams over Zarzuela. In the front court. High screen. Shoots a three from the left point. No good. Rebound tipped long. Martavian Jones is there. Kicks it far right side. Back over to Lopez. Drives in. Up and around. No good. Oh, that's a foul called on Lopez on a charge. It looked like he knifed by the guy and really didn't get much of him. Now, if you want to call a flop, I think that could have been a flop. But a foul all the same on Ian Lopez. So 66-60, Greyhounds. I mentioned a flop because the Grizzlies were warned for flopping in the first half. Right corner, Mosley, double team, back to the right point. Here's Cortez Mosley inside. Kafali dishes off and a drive down the lane. Layup is good by Cortez Mosley. Good job moving without the basketball. 68-60. Jamarius Sneed in the ball game for the Grizzlies. Zarzuela dribbles to the baseline, all the way around to the far corner. Scooter Williams, whistle, and out of bounds. Turnover 6 on the Grizzlies. Man, this half is starting almost exactly like the first half. 68-60. Inbound play ball. It is going to be stolen, but tipped out of bounds. It'll be last touch by the Grizzlies. Martavian Jones got a hand on it and went out of bounds at the Grizzly bench. Roy Eze had to move quick over there to keep from getting run over by Martavian Jones. And we get everything situated again. It'll be Moberly basketball. We'll see the Greyhounds 3 times this year, regular season. Right corner, step back. Here's a 3 good. Tyrene Moore makes it 71-60. This is the biggest lead for Moberly. Right side. Scooter Williams all the way to the hole. Right-hand layup, good. Scooter with 18, 71-62. Ball nearly stolen in the back court. Jones up with it, up the right sideline. Now in the right corner. Tyree Moore with a ball fake. Whistle, reach around. And what will we have here? A foul call. Jamarius Sneed is called for the foul for the Grizzlies, his first. Trey Breland will come back in for Scooter Williams. He won't be out very long. 71-62. Inbound underneath, good catch. Layup good, foul on the play. And the Greyhounds ran a nice play there to pop open as Jamarius Sneed quickly called for another foul. And the basket to Tyrene Moore, who had no points in the first half and has 7 points here in the first 5 minutes of half 2. And his free throw is good. 74-62. Zarzuela front court. Pull up 3, straight on for the point. Good. Against Zarzuela. That's 19. Up the left side, front court. Sincere Parker goes to the right elbow. Ball thrown away. Picked up by Martavian Jones. Here he goes all the way in. Left-hand layup. No good. Got fouled. He'll shoot 2. 74-65. Moberly. Clock stopped and 14:46 to play. Martavian Jones comes to the Grizzly program to a system very similar to the one that he played for at Cowley County last year. First free throw is good. That was the first foul on Sincere Parker for Moberly. Martavian has 5 points. So playing for Tommy DeSalme last year at Arkansas City, Kansas. I think I said Arkadelphia earlier in the night. Same thing. Playing fast. This free throw, front court, right side to Foley. Will work his way in. Slid. Defense by Nico Hill. Ball knocked away off the missed shot. Nico on the deck, and he gets it up to Zarzuela. Front court. Zarzuela hesitates. Right hand reverse. Spin move. Good. Jesse Zarzuela. Now at the other end. Here's Des Jones. Takes it all the way in and lays it up and in. Outside right side. Trey Breland. Step back. He'll shoot a 2, and it's in and out. Tipped up no good by Nico. Front court, free throw line. Trap on the ball with Aaron Burt in the right corner. Another 3, and it's no good. Over the back for the rebound, put up by Burt, and a foul on the play. And that'll be the 4th foul on Trey Breland. Which hurts because Trey is 6'4". We don't have a lot of size up front to begin with, but He's called for the foul, his fourth of the ball game. Aaron Burt, the free throw shooter for the Moberly Greyhounds. They lead it by 8. Free throw here, no good. Mineral Area beat Moberly by 10 at Mineral Area due to a shooting drought in the second half by the Greyhounds, where they got outscored something like 20-0. It was a long drought, and they only lost the game by 10 points. Second free throw try for Burt is good. Aaron Burt. Now on the inbound play. Here come the Grizzlies. Kick it right corner. Here's Ed Hussein with a three. No good, but he got fouled. He'll shoot 3. Desi Jones with his third foul. And of all the players that Moberly can't really afford to lose from on the floor, Desi Jones would probably be the guy, the sophomore from Hannibal. Very good all-around player. Free throw, first try, is no good by Ed Hussein. But he'll get 2 more. Second attempt is good. (77-69). Grizzlies down by 8, down by 7. Hussein makes 2 out of 3. He has 14 points. There's Jones front court. Gets it back to Sincere Parker. Slapped away and stolen. Scooter Williams up for the basketball. Cut into it here. At the point, Martavian Jones steps back, drives, kicks it inside, outside. Ed Hussein, wide open. 3 good. Timeout Greyhounds, and after this lead got out to 11 points, the Grizzlies claw back in, and they're down now by 4 with 13:09 to play in the first half. And the score, Moberly 77, MSU West Plains 73. Back in a minute on KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
HirschEquipment.com. This is a game changer for anyone looking for equipment. That's because all of Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply's equipment inventory is now listed on one site. You can find tractors, lawn equipment, trailers, livestock equipment, pre-owned inventory, and more. In fact, you can go to the site and get a quote and get the value of your trade. Now, once you find what you're looking for, how about financing? The Hirsch Equipment Finance Department can set you up with a payment plan you can work with, getting you the tractor or other equipment you need. Apply today. Bottom line, HirschEquipment.com helps you find it, and the staff makes the process easy. There's no reason to put it off. Get what you need today with the help of HirschEquipment.com.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply since 1974. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we're more than a farm store.
It's back to the court for more Grizzly basketball on KDY.
77-73. Grizzlies trail by 4. 13:09 to go in the second half. It's been up and down, back and forth. And who needs a shot clock? Front court, Tyree Moore, left side. Gets it into Mosley. A little floater to the right hand. Good. Mosley now with 14 out the other end. Here's a drive. No good by Scooter Williams, as he was blocked on the play by Cortez Mosley. That's his third foul. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 players with 3 fouls for the Greyhounds. I guarantee Pat Smith is just extremely unhappy. And he will not keep that to himself. Scooter Williams, free throw, good. Scooter's got 19. It's 79-74. Second try, good. Boy, is he a good-looking player. Scooter Williams, 6'5", from Clarksville, Tennessee. Pressure in the backcourt. Whistle will have a foul called. Holding foul on the Grizzlies. Jesse Zarzuela. If that is on him, that'll be his third foul. And it will be the third foul on Zarzuela. There's a guy that the Grizzlies can ill afford to not have on the floor the last 10 minutes, so he comes out of the ball game. Jared Fay explains to him, I know you tell me that you won't get your fourth foul, but that's not all up to you, and we need you on the floor in the last 10. Here's the free throw try on the first one, good by Mekalani Cafelli, and he now has 5 points. 80-75. Moberly by 5. Next try is good. $81-75. Martavian Jones, front court, dribbles through the defense. Right hand layup, good! Knifing his way between the defenders. Martavian Jones now with 7. 81-77. Long pass up the floor, turnover. Mosley's passed a little too tall. 5 turnovers in the half on Moberly. 10 for the game. Grizzlies have 1 in the half and 6 for the game. 9 to go. Do we have enough players on the court? No, we don't. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there he is. Ed Hussein's hiding down here in the right corner as Nico Hill comes out. Right point against now a Moberly zone. Playing the 2-3 zone. Right side, Scooter with a 3, in and out, and he got fouled on the shot, and he'll shoot 3, and that is going to be the 4th foul on Tyrene Moore. I'm trying to think, that's at least the 3rd time we've seen a 3-point shooter get fouled in the act. And now the shooter, Scooter Williams, can make this a 1-point game if he makes a hat trick. First try is good. $21 for Scooter Williams. 81-78. Next try, good. 81-79. One of the impressive things is when the Grizzlies fell down 9 in the early going, Coach Fay and his team, they didn't panic, kept working, got back in it. They were down 11 here in this half, didn't panic, and now they're down 1. 81-80 as Scooter Williams gets the hat trick. Here come the Greyhounds with a 2-on-2 break. Step around, layup, good. Foul on the play, basket counts. And Jamarius Sneed will be called for the blocking foul. So 3 on Jamarius. The basket is good for Jalen Sincor, and he'll get 1 free throw. 83-80, 12-11 to go, and Jesse Zarzuela didn't stay out of the game very long. Martavian Jones comes out. So a bucket and 1 with some of the brightest shoes we've seen this season. Here's a free throw try by Sincor, and it's good. I don't even know how you describe the color of those tennis shoes he's got on. Zarzuela passed across, got hung up midair, threw the ball away. As he cut on the baseline, 2nd turnover of the half. That's a double dribble, folks. As Cortez Mosley lost control coming up the floor, fumbled it, picked it up. Both hands, put it on the deck. Turnover number 11 on Moberly. So the turnovers are giving us an opening here. Zarzuela dribbles left, kicked it out. Here's a 3 by Lopez. No good. Long rebound. Jamarius Sneed gets his dishes. Lopez left that layup. Let's go. Ian Lopez with 4. Great feed by Jamarius Sneed. 2-point game, 84-82. 11:35 to go. Top of the circle, left wing. Sincor has it. Dribbles to the top, to the right sideline. Pass to the post. Up fake by Mosley. Goes in, pump fake, travel with the basketball. Oh, they're going to call a foul on that. They could have called a walk had they really wanted to. Let's see who the foul is on. If that's on Jamarius Sneed, and it is, that's his 4th foul. So the fouls are piling up. Martavian Jones comes in for Ed Hussein. Nico Hill back in the game. Franklin Pettyon in the game for the first time tonight for the Grizzlies. Franklin averaging 7 a game, a sophomore, one of the few returning sophomores for the Grizzlies. Free throw try is good on the first try by Cortez Mosley. He has 15 points tonight. Cortez Mosley, 6'5" sophomore, Peoria, Illinois. Next try, good. It's going to be quite a series this season between these two teams. Pettyon picks up the dribble. Ref call timeout. No, up ahead, Lopez. Now, kick it left baseline. Martavian Jones can't get it inside. Double teamed outside. Lopez, 3, left wing. Good! Seven for Ian. 1-point lead now for Moberly. They'll pressure the basketball out front. They will put now Martavian Jones on Desi Jones to get Zarzuela off of him. Desi Jones bounce pass top of the circle. Ball fake, 17-footer straight on, back iron, won't fall. Rebound over the back. Mosley puts it up with the left hand, no good. Rebound Lopez. Grizzlies with the ball, chance to take the lead with 10:27 to go in the second half. 87-85. Zarzuela, pull up, 17-footer, no good. Rebound long out of bounds to the far left corner, and it'll go back over to the Moberly Greyhounds. Aaron Burt, 6'5" sophomore from Harlem, New York, comes back in the game for Moberly. Franklin Pettyon comes out. Scooter Williams back in there. Desi Jones, double team, pass up the left side. They have a 3-on-2. He's going to pull up, shoot a 3, and it's good. Jalen Sincor with his first 3-point shot. Back to a 4-point game. Martavian Jones, crossover all the way in. Right-hand hanger off the glass, no good. And the ball comes off, stolen back. Martavian has it. Behind him, he gets it to Zarzuela. In the left corner. Back outside, Lopez. Bounce pass to the point. Travel with the basketball. Timeout on the floor, media timeout. 9:39 to go in this wild game between the Grizzlies and the Greyhounds. Moberly leads it 89-85. Back in a minute on Katie.
I chose Missouri State University West Plains because I was able to get a quality education by having more one-on-one time with my professors.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
I experienced so many amazing opportunities for travel, involvement, leadership, and growth. I couldn't have made a better decision for my first 2 years of college.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management is here to help patients who have chronic pain. Dr. Ross Andreasen, Dr. Ryan Roberts, and Carol Macy are expert pain specialists. They will review test results to determine the best treatment of any chronic pain issues. Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management Clinic, located in West Plains at 3000 Independence Square. Call 417-256-1761. Find out more at ozarkshealthcare.com. Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management, where they are focused on your health.
The Grizzlies play here on Hot Country KDY.
Lots of threes in this game. The Greyhounds have made 12. The Grizzlies have made 11. That's 23 three-point shots in total. The Greyhounds with the ball. Jones down the other way. Ball blocked by Nico Hill. Another block. Jump ball call. And it's Grizzly basketball with a chance now to cut this thing down to 2 or 1 points again. Other way, Zarzuela in the lane, gets open, 6-footer is no good, tipped up by Nico, no good, and Burt gets the rebound, and here they go the other direction. Jones out to the right side, gets the basketball to Marcus Grant. Now Jones to Grant, down the lane, and a whistle and a reach-in foul will be called on the Grizzlies. Martavian Jones will pick up his first foul. Anybody's ball game. 89-85, still over 9 minutes to go. Marcus Grant, free throw, good. That's his first point of the ball game. You get your money's worth when you come and watch the Grizzlies play. Next try, no good. Nico Hill with a rebound. 5-point game, 90-85. Up the right side. Scooter Williams is blocked and no foul call there. Jared Fay is amazed. Left baseline, Scooter drives. Put off the glass and good. What a shot that was by Scooter Williams. He has 25 points. His high game as a Grizzly. Now ball knocked away, but picked back up by Des Jones from Moberly. Low block, Cafelli, inside, outside. Right wing, there's a three block. Tipped ahead. Scooter Williams has it. Grizzlies with a 3-on-2. Scooter all the way, lays it up and good. 27 for Scooter. It's a 1-point game, 90-89. Moberly with a 1-point lead. Over on the right side, Jones. Bounce pass, high post. First dip down pass inside Cafelli. Fouled by Scooter. And that'll be his second foul, and Cafelli will go to the free throw line. You know, it's really kind of amazing. He's getting ready to check back in the game. But Sin Parker started this game as hot as anybody possibly could from, I'm not talking about three-point shots. I'm talking about shots that if you had one, there'd be 4-point shots. But he cooled down quick and hasn't been much of a factor since. Cafelli makes the first free throw. Boy, these teams are getting it done at the free throw line tonight. Moberly is 19 out of 22 from the free throw line. And the next try is not so good for Cafelli. Second foul on Scooter Williams on that last one. 92-89. Grizzly ball backcourt. Martavian to Trey Breland. Up the right side, here's Martavian with it. On the dribble, kicks it far left side, and Hussein, no good. Rebound tipped long, picked up by Desi Jones. Long pass up ahead, and the drive Mosley. Feet back, and a right-hand layup is good. Aaron Burt with a finish there. 94-89. Here comes Jesse Zart, picked up by Thompson. Kelly Thompson back in the ball game. Well, pass ahead. Ed Hussein to Trey Breland. Left point, Martavian Jones. Thinks about a three, kicks it over to Zarzuela with 10 on the shot clock. Gets the screen right, steps over, pump fake. Wraparound pass on the baseline, and a foul will be called on the Greyhounds. Tamarius Sneed was the recipient of the pass. And that foul is on, I thought that was on 10. Now they're going to say the foul is on Burt. That's his first foul. 20 on the shot clock as Chance Wallison, the official, signals. 94-89. In the corner, catch and shoot for a three, no good, and another three-point shot foul on Moberly. And boy, Ben Parker is just about to get a lecture. He goes to his sideline. So, foul on Parker is his second. And the shooter is Ed Hussein. 2 out of 3 tonight. First try, no good. Trey Breland will come out in favor of Ian Lopez here in just a moment. Ed Hussein gets another, and it's good. (94-90). 7:25 to go. Moberly Greyhounds with a 4-point lead. This can make it one possession, and it's in and out. No good. Rebound, Desi Jones. Moberly comes back right to left in the red. Left corner, Sin Parker pulls up, shoots a floater, shot it way too hard, no good. Martavian Jones with the rebound. Grizzlies back, down by 4. Martavian picked up by Thompson on the left wing. Dribbles out front. On the left side, Ian Lopez on the baseline. Here's Scooter Williams, and a spin move, and a foul is going to be called, the 4th on Cortez Mosley. We saw Scooter Williams make that same move over at the Mineral Area Tournament, where he spun back to his right, went on the baseline, and just went up and just jammed the thunder out of it with 2 hands. 10 team fouls on the Grizzlies, double bonus for Moberly, 8 team fouls on the Greyhounds. It's a 1-and-1 for Scooter Williams. First one is good. $28 points for Scooter. It's just a matter of time till he broke out and had a game like this. Next try, and it's way short. Ball comes off to Sin Parker, so 1 out of 2 for Scooter, 94-91. Moberly back with Jones out front. Way out right side, back out front, stolen away by Scooter. All the way in, and right hand layup, and he missed it. He should have just dunked it. Now in the right corner, Thompson has it. Circles out. Sin Parker. He had Desi Jones right on his heels, but Desi Jones couldn't do anything about it. Pass inside, 2-handed dunk. Cafelli with the basket. He has 10, 96-91. That's a 4-point swing. Here's Zarzuela. Feeds it inside, reach around foul. Will be called on Sin Parker. That'll be his 3rd. So 6:10 to go. 1-1 for Nico Hill. Why is Jesse Zarzuela going to the free throw line here? I'm fairly certain. Yeah, that didn't last very long. You can try. Jesse was going to go to the line and shoot, but Nico is the appropriate shooter. Trey Breland will come back to the ball game for the Grizzlies. For Ian Lopez. 96-91. First try for Nico is good. Nico Hill with 5. (96-92). Still anybody's ball game. Next try is good. Nico Hill with 6. It's a 3-point game. Isaiah Wilson in the ball game for the Grizzlies. Inside, bounce pass across. Cafelli fakes back to the point. Wide open 3 is no good. Rebound Cafelli inside, puts it up and in. He hasn't been a big factor tonight, but he has been here in the second half. Zarzuela dribbles through, all the way in. Left-hand layup won't go. 4th shot there. Rebound taken by Burt for Moberly. 98-93. 5.5 minutes left. Down the lane, inside, outside, and a whistle. And what was that? It'll be a charging foul. And Aaron Burt will be called for his 2nd as he ran over, I think it was Nico Hill. They tried to go inside, outside, and Thompson couldn't get the shot away before the foul was called. So it'll be Nico Hill throwing the ball in for the Grizzlies. Jim Lambert doing the video here from the Civic Center tonight. Engineering in the studio, putting it on the air is Nate Hudson, and here we go again. 5:25 to go. Here's a long 3. Zarzuela, no good. And it's tipped and kept alive, and the ball was rebounded by Sin Parker up the right side. Desi Jones from Moberly. They have the ball up by 5. Thompson left baseline. Burt cut off. Now pass back. Tipped up in the air, and it's taken by Sin Parker. He'll get the ball back. Now out to the point. Jones left corner. There's Thomason wide open for a 3, and it won't go. And Burt gets the rebound over the back of Trey Breland. Parker, 3 at the point. No good. And this time it'll be Scooter Williams with a rebound. 4:44 to go, down 5. Grizzlies could use a bucket here. Scooter down the lane, all the way, right hand high off the board, no good. Tipped up, and it's going to be controlled by the Greyhounds. Up ahead, Kafali, left baseline. Thompson leans in, shoots, and his shot is blocked, but a foul on the play. And so 4:29 to go. Nico Hill with the foul will be his second. And Thomason will be the free throw shooter. Tully Thomason, 6'4" freshman from Oak Grove, Missouri. First try is good. Ian Lopez and Jamarius Sneed back in the game. And Nico Hill will go out along with Jesse Zarzuela. Here's the next try. Good again. 9 points off the bench for Tully Thompson. 100-93. Grizzlies down 7. Left side, whistle away from the basketball, and a foul's going to be called on Sin Parker. It'll be a double bonus for the Grizzlies. Away from the basketball, Parker picked up his 4th foul. And Jamarius Sneed will go to the free throw line. He has 2 points tonight. Yet to shoot a free throw, but he'll get 2 of them right here. First try, no good. Way off the mark to the right. Greyhounds will put 4 red shirts on the lane. Grizzlies with 2 plus the shooter. Jamarius Sneed trying to make this a 6-point game, 2-possession game. Next try, way short, and the ball comes off and is controlled by Sin Parker. Des Jones, front court, cross-court pass to Thompson. Penetrate, bounce pass on the baseline, inside, outside. There's Thompson again, good again. 103-93, a 10-point game. Down the lane, here's a drive up and good. Martavian Jones curled from the right down the middle with a right-hand shot. Martavian now with 5.5. Here's Thompson driving the lane, lays it up and good as he cut in on the baseline on a feed from Capelli. Thompson's killing us. He's got 14. And now he will draw a foul at the other end of the floor as he tried to cut off Trey Breland. 105-95. And it'll be 2 shots for Trey Breland, who has yet to score tonight. He got in a little early foul trouble. He's at the line for this first one. It's good. Down by 9. 3:32 to go. Jesse Zarzuela will check back in for the Grizzlies. Jesse has 21 tonight. Scooter Williams leads the scoring. And the next try is good. Timeout Grizzlies after Trey knocks in both free throws. 3:32 to go, and it's Moberly 105, MSU West Plains 97. We're back in a minute on KDY.
I chose Missouri State University West Plains because I was able to get a quality education by having more one-on-one time with my professors.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
I experienced so many amazing opportunities for travel, involvement, leadership, and growth. I couldn't have made a better decision for my first 2 years of college.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities. How far would you have to travel to stay at the best hotel in the world? When it comes to Holiday Inn Express and Suites locations, the answer is West Plains. This past year, West Plains Holiday Inn Express and Suites received the top rating in customer satisfaction in the world. The top flight staff provides the best customer service possible. The hotel facilities are second to none. Enjoy a wonderful breakfast, go for a swim, work out in the gym. They offer meeting rooms too. For reservations, call 257-3000. Stay at the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains. They're there so you can be too.
College basketball action with the Grizzlies continues now on Hot Country KDY.
We're back to play at Joe Paul Evans Arena at the West Plains Civic Center, 105-97. Moberly with the lead. And a foul on Martavian Jones will stop the clock with 3:17 to go. Martavian's second foul. And Des Jones will be the free throw shooter. He's 2 for 2 tonight, and he has 22 points. The Greyhounds are 22 out of 24 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one here is good. Jesse Zarzuela back in the game for the Grizzlies. Next try, good. It's a 10-point game again. 107-97. $3:17 to go. Zarzuela front court. Hands it off. Martavian Jones. And a foul is going to be called on Aaron Burt. His third. So it's a 1-and-1. Oh, no, it's 2 shots. 2 shots. Both teams easily in the double bonus now. 3:11 to go. This is good for the Grizzlies. You can score points, catch up a little bit without the clock moving. And the free throw try here, first try good. Well, all the players have played so well in that last win at Three Rivers. Martavian Jones played as well as anybody. Next try rattles in and out, no good. 107-98. Jones up the left side. They had Capelli open. Sin Parker will curl over the top. Right-hand runner, good. Sin Parker has 22. Zarzuela out front. Steps back, shoots a 3 from the left point. Good. Jesse Zarzuela with a big 3 there. It gives him 24 with 2:45 to play, and it's an 8-point game. Our score with the timeout, 2:45 left. Moberly 109, Grizzlies 101, and I think this is a 30-second timeout. We have basketball every night this week. We have tomorrow night, West Plains boys will be hosting Waynesville. We'll have the video stream of that. Then Wednesday night, we'll have the broadcast from Sedalia, where the Grizzlies will play the Roadrunners in Region 16. And then Thursday, we'll have, well, the West Plains boys will be playing Parkview in a makeup game. And we also have a girls' game that night. And then on Friday, we'll have the makeup game, West Plains and Kickapoo in boys' play. Here we go, back to play. Capelli in the backcourt to Burt. Cross-court pass. Jones sends that. Ball stolen away. And here's the drive up, no good. Foul on the play, though, and Scooter Williams went down in an awkward fashion, but he'll be okay. Scooter may have strained a groin muscle there from the way he's moving, but he's laughing about it, so he's not hurt that bad. Third foul on Aaron Burt from Moberly. I already had him with 3, but whatever. Free throw shooter is Scooter Williams. He's had a game. He'll shoot 2 times here. First try, good. That was a big turnover right there. 2:34 left. 7-point game, 109-102. Scooter again. Rims off, no good. The Hounds have it with Cortez, Mosley, and loose ball on the floor. Picked back up by Moberly into the right corner. Double team on the ball. Looking in. Oh, wide open underneath. Des Jones went just to the basket, caught the pass and laid it in. 111-102, 2:14 to go. Zarzuela has it. Gets a screen, goes left, all the way in. Left-hand layup, high off the glass, and good. Jesse Zarzuela. 26 tonight. He's got his average. Up the right side now. Front court, Jones gets it ahead to Sin Parker. Cross-court pass. Almost stolen, tipped away, picked back up, though, by the Greyhounds. 15 on the shot clock, up by 7 with 1:40 to go. And timeout called by Moberly with 9 on the shot clock. Full timeout, 1:37 to go. The Greyhounds lead the Grizzlies 111 to 104, and we're back in 1 minute on KDY.
I chose Missouri State University West Plains because I was able to get a quality education by having more one-on-one time with my professors.
Missouri State University West Plains offers opportunities for everyone, wherever you are in life.
I experienced so many amazing opportunities for travel, involvement, leadership, and growth. I couldn't have made a better decision for my first 2 years of college.
The education you need for the life you want is waiting for you at Missouri State University West Plains. New beginnings and endless possibilities.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you.
This is Mark at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply. Right now we have the Yard MACC 25-ton full beam log splitters. This is a heavy-duty, high-powered log splitter built tough and ready to handle all your wood cutting jobs. Get yours now at Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply for only $9.99. Stop in or go online to HirschEquipment.com.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we're more than up on store.
Grizzly basketball continues now on Hot Country KDY.
111 to 104. Moberly basketball with 9 on the shot clock with a 7-point lead. This game's not quite over. Desi Jones has it now at the timeline, picked up by Breland. 4 on the shot clock. He's going to have to shoot it. Leans in, shoots no good. And the ball is controlled. It's a jump ball. Tie up, and it goes back to Moberly. That was a bad break. If the Grizzlies could have got that back. But now they're going to have to play at least, it looks like, something like 19 seconds of defense with 1:24 to go. Inbound underneath, ball picked up, and it's stolen. Martavian Jones has it. Take it all the way in, son. Dishes across. Breland fouled. He'll shoot 2. Well, had they scored on that possession, that could have been the coup de grace right there. But instead, Trey Breland has the opportunity. He's 2 for 2 from the line. He can make 2 here. It's a 2-possession game. First try, no good. Our free throw shooting, after shooting 14 for 16 in the first half, has fallen off some. Next try, no good, and the rebound taken down by Sin Parker for Moberly, and that may just about do it. Scooter Williams is called for a foul in the back court with 1:11 to play. And Desi Jones, the shooter, is the first one down the floor. And why not? He's 4 for 4 tonight. 26 points. And he's at the line right now to shoot 2. First one is good. Next try, 112-104. And no good. Rebound and tip long, picked up by Scooter Williams. 112-104. And a whistle and a blocking foul. As Scooter Williams took a drop pass and ran flat over Desi Jones. So again, that stops play with 1:03 left. Scooter Williams has 29 points. He'll shoot 2. Scooter came into the ball game averaging 12, so his average will get a boost here tonight. So at the line, Scooter Williams with 1:03 to go. Moberly leads 112-104. Free throw try is no good. So that means it, at best, can be a 3-possession game. Next try, good. 30 for Scooter Williams. Needs some steals. And a quick foul in the backcourt on Martavian Jones. No time off the clock. Martavian picks up his third foul. The shooter will be Tyrene Moore. Shooting 2. 5'11" freshman from Louisville, Kentucky. First try is good. All Martavian Moore's points here in the second half. He has 9. And good. 114-105. Zarzuela at the left point for a long 3. Rattles off the backboard and out of the basket. And a foul to stop play with 53 seconds left. So the Greyhounds are in the driver's seat. Makalani Kafali will be at the free throw line. And that is the third foul. Oh, they're going to say that foul is actually going to be on Zarzuela. That's his 4th. Sort of a moot issue right now. Ed Hussein, or make that Ian Lopez in the ball game for the Grizzlies. First free throw here is good. 115-105. Ankit Chaudhry comes in the game for the Grizzlies here. 6'2" freshman from Ottawa, Canada. Next try is good. 116-105. Martavian Jones, front court. Steps it back. Shoots a 3 from the right point. That's partially blocked. And it's taken by Sincere Parker with 40 seconds left. 116-105. Pressure on the ball out front. Now underneath. Parker spins, lost it out of bounds. He'll stay with the Hounds. 9 on the shot clock, 23 on the game clock. So Moberly's going to pick up their second Region 16 win in 3 days. Here's a shot from out front. Air ball. Breland caught it, bounced it off of Kafali. And it'll be Grizzly basketball with 17 seconds to go. Martavian Jones in the front court. Right wing. Goes around his guy in the lane, leans in, shoots, and scores. 7 seconds to go. And no one's going to do anything with this. Your final score is going to be Moberly 116, Grizzlies 107. We'll tally it up in just a moment here on Hot Country KDY.
Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management is here to help patients who have chronic pain. Dr. Ross Andreasen, Dr. Ryan Roberts, and Carol Macy are expert pain specialists. They will review test results to determine the best treatment of any chronic pain issues. Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management Clinic, located in West Plains at 3000 Independence Square. Call 417-256-1761. Find out more at ozarkshealthcare.com. Ozarks Healthcare Pain Management, where they are focused on your health.
How far would you have to travel to stay at the best hotel in the world? When it comes to Holiday Inn Express and Suites locations, the answer is West Plains. This past year, West Plains Holiday Inn Express and Suites received the top rating in customer satisfaction in the world. The top flight staff provides the best customer service possible. The hotel facilities are second to none. Enjoy a wonderful breakfast, go for a swim, work out in the gym. They offer meeting rooms too. For reservations, call 257-3000. Stay at the best. Holiday Inn Express and Suites in West Plains. They're there, so you can be too.
And now more Grizzly basketball action on Hot Country KDY.
Okay, as we talked to Coach Jared Fay here, I'll leave it with Nate. If our signal is okay, we'll keep it. Nate, if not, go ahead and you can have it back until we kind of get it straightened up again. But if we're good to go, we'll talk with Jared Fay here about this game. 116-107 is the final as Moberly wins the ball game. I don't know how you sum this up, but how do you sum it up?
Well, it was, first of all, I got to give a lot of credit to Moberly. They hit a lot of shots. They came out hitting shots. And, really at the end of the day, we missed some shots and they made some shots, and they were able to go on their runs. It's a good Moberly team. They're figuring it out. Their coach told me after the game, they played 3 games in 5 days, which is tough, but he said he'd probably rather do that than take a week and a half off like we did. Not that we make any excuses. Again, we have to give credit to Moberly. They played really well tonight.
We played well in stretches, and you mentioned the fact you have that layoff of about 9 days or whatever it is, but there were times tonight where we looked about as sharp as we did at Poplar Bluff, and there were times where we didn't necessarily look that sharp. But like you said, you got to give Moberly credit. They are really good. They've had some tough games here recently, but they're a good basketball team.
They are. I've been watching them all year. Obviously, they were here at our tournament early on, and I was thinking the same thing. They're going to be really good down the stretch. I think our teams are really similar. We're both kind of trying to figure things out a little bit, trying to figure out who can help us, who our main guys are out there. But they did a good job of taking us out offensively. They press and they mix up the presses. So they kind of gave up just enough easy buckets that it ended up kind of taking us out of a rhythm, and thought we didn't do a good enough job of moving the basketball tonight. The ball stuck in too many places. But, at the end of the day, we can't read too much into one game when we play everybody 3 times and eventually 4 times. We got Three Rivers coming here next Monday, and that's going to be a battle. Just because we beat them the first time doesn't mean anything. We've got to go play up at State Fair on Wednesday, and just kind of have to get back to the drawing board.
I've seen enough basketball games where you see a team get off into a 9-0 hole, and sometimes you don't get out of it, and sometimes you panic and make it worse. There were a couple of runs that Moberly had in the game that you answered. In fact, you came back and scored a bucket right at the end of the first half to give you kind of a lift there. Scooter Williams had 30 points tonight. He just had a phenomenal game, but your team was able to answer most of the time.
Yeah, Scooter was really good, plays hard. I think we got to get him the ball even a little bit more, but he does a little bit of everything for us. But you're right, at halftime we were up 1, and when you start off down 9-0 to a good team, I definitely was feeling good about where we were at halftime. Unfortunately, Moberly came out on another run to start the second half, and we kind of chipped away and kept them there, but they just had one more run than we did.
So I think we mentioned this a game or two ago about I asked you what your impression was of playing in Region 16 now. You go to Sedalia on Wednesday night, and you take into account how good we already know Three Rivers and Mineral Area and Moberly are. You walked right into the big boy room here, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. I was in the Scenic West for quite a few years, so I'm kind of used to the battles. But this league is very comparable, especially this year. I think the teams are, Mineral Area is always good, but I think they're even better than what they have been. Moberly's Moberly. They're always good. It's a tough region. There's no nights off.
And if you want another crack, you don't have to worry about it this year with the way the schedule is. You get to play them enough, and that's not even counting what you might do in the postseason tournament.
Yeah, exactly. As coaches, we kind of have to, like for us tonight, we didn't win, so maybe there's some adjustments we need to make. And if you're Moberly, you kind of say, well, it worked, so we don't want to change too much. So it'll be interesting to see how the coaches kind of maybe adjust some things. But at the end of the day, we just have to focus on that night.
Yeah. So as you get ready for the game on Wednesday, what are your thoughts about what your team needs to do when they go to Sedalia?
Well, I don't think we have to, throw everything out. Kind of like we said, we can't read too much into one night. We did play really well over it in Poplar Bluff at Three Rivers. We need to get back to that, and we can't get too high or too low right now. We hate losing, and it's a feeling that should sting, and it does. But we just have to get back to doing what we do and learn from tonight.
All right, we'll have the game Wednesday from State Fair up at Sedalia, and in spite of the fact he brought all the snow from Idaho down here, we still like him a lot, and we're glad to have him here. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Carl. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Jared Fay, the head coach of the Grizzlies. We'll have that broadcast on Wednesday night from Sedalia, and this will probably be the warmest weather that I've ever had going to Sedalia for a Grizzly game. It's supposed to be up there around 60 degrees. Well, anyway, what a night it was. If you like offense, well, you had plenty of that as the Grizzlies lose by a count of 116 to 107, and 27 points for Desi Jones, to lead the way for the Greyhounds. They always have good point guard play, and that is no exception tonight. They got 16 points from Cortez Mosley. All the points in the second half that Tyree Moore scored, they were big points, and he finished with 10. And Sincere Parker, who started so hot from the field, he made 4 threes early. And I'm not talking about just threes. I mean, they were long, bona fide NBA three-point shots and then some. He finished the night with 22. For the Grizzlies, leading scorer was Scooter Williams with 30. Jesse Zarzuela finished with 26 tonight. An 18-point night for Ed Hussein. 12 points for Martavian Jones. A 7-point game for Ian Lopez. 6 points for Nico Hill. 4-point night for Isaiah Wilson off the bench, who gave the team a boost. Jamarius Need and Trey Breland both finished with 2 points this evening. So the Grizzlies fall to 6-3. They're 1-1 in region play. Moberly goes to 6-3, and they're 2-0 in region play. Next up, tomorrow night, broadcast-wise, will be the West Plains Scissor Boys taking on Waynesville. We'll have that here on KDY. And Wednesday night from Sedalia as the Grizzlies play the Roadrunners. Till then, thanks to Jim Lambert providing the video for the contest tonight, and thanks also to Nate Hudson in the studio. Your final again, it's Moberly 116, Grizzlies 107. Good night from the West Plains Civic Center.